Hello.
How's it going?
Good, Matt. How are you? It's Brendan here.
Hey, Brendon, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to talk to you. So, you're in the middle of a tour at the moment, are you?
Yeah, we're on a day off in the middle of nowhere, Illinois.
Oh, excellent. Well, it's good to hear your voice. So I'm from metalradio.co.nz here in New Zealand, and we've been hearing a lot about your band recently. So we thought we'd reach out for a quick interview.
Yeah, there's seems to be a New Zealand buzz going on right now. We've got a couple great super fans down there that have been spreading the word about us. And believe it or not, our bus driver on this tour, his nickname is actually Kiwi, and he is from New Zealand.
Excellent. Cool. What part of New Zealand is he from? Do you know?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
What part of New Zealand is he from? Do you know?
I have no idea. I know he lives in Denver, Colorado now. That's
Okay.
what I know.
So I guess are there any plans? You guys are touring at the moment. You'd probably love to come down these parts of the world, but how far have you come? Have you come to Australia yet, or?
No, we have not done Australia or New Zealand. We've done a lot of the European countries several years ago, and we did Japan, and Japan was incredible. But yeah, we haven't done New Zealand or Australia or anywhere down there yet, and I would absolutely love to. It's the top of my bucket list.
Awesome. Well, the band's obviously it's on the up and up. You guys are going from strength to strength. Ever since, I mean, would you agree that the band's really come on form since Matty and Danny sort of joined the band? Has this been the magic formula for a lineup, or?
Yeah, 100% really. I mean, you know, the chemistry is everything when you're doing this. And when the chemistry is good, you don't have to try to figure out ways to get around that, right? So we don't focus on trying to make the band work. We focus on making the band better every day. So we have the opportunity to focus more on being the best versions of ourselves rather than trying to fix rifts in a band or conflict of interest or difference in opinions and things of that nature.
It's a big thing. I guess a lot of bands do struggle with that from time to time, and it is really hard to keep unity in a band and keep everyone's creative contributions there. But it's good to hear that your band's in a very healthy state and getting stronger and stronger. So good stuff.
Yeah, it's great. The shows, we just got another low ticket warning for a show today for this tour, and the shows have been packed full of people. We've got a couple sellouts here. I mean, it's just on the up and up. We couldn't be happier.
Excellent. And obviously your latest singles, you just released a Christmas one, but before that you had another couple of singles pop out recently. And how are those going for you? They're really well received by the fans so far?
Absolutely. We wish that we could put the record out, but that's not on us. So, if we can get a couple singles out here and there, I mean, that's the most important thing is just keep the momentum that we've been building over the course of the last couple years. And Heartache and Until We Break are very strong tracks for helping that momentum continue on. And you mentioned the Christmas song. That was just that was just us messing around, and then one thing led to the next, and it ended up coming out pretty badass. So we
Yeah, it
decided that
sounds
we
awesome.
released
Yeah,
that
it's
as
got a
well.
good sound to it, man. Mariah
Thanks. Yeah,
Carey
we had a
would
lot
be
of fun,
would
believe
be
it or
very
not.
proud. So, when it comes to your songs, is there for the people who are maybe just discovering your band for the first time here in New Zealand, uh, and around the world, what are the things that really drive you to write songs? What are the main motivators? Do you have any messages, any big messages that you're trying to put forth in your music that you sort of come back to quite often?
Yeah, I think that one of the things that we continue to go back to is just believing in yourself and not letting outside voices influence your decisions in life. Not letting people, create the version of you that they want to see, but rather creating the version of yourself that you want to be. And I think that as we go through life, every year that passes by, we lose a little bit more of ourselves. When we were kids, what we wanted to be when we grew up, or the things that made us happy and made us smile. And we lose a little bit more of that year after year after year. And I think that it's important that people understand that you can still be the true form of yourself. And that's what I was saying about, the music that we're creating is creating the best versions of ourselves. And I was actually saying to Danny the other day, I was like, when there's kids in the crowd, it's like my favorite part of every show is when there's kids just having the time of their lives. And, us as adults, we look at kids and, for the most part, we look at kids and we go, oh man, that makes me so happy that they're so happy. And I think that we're subconsciously living vicariously through these children because we're losing that about ourselves as we get older. So I think it's important that we remember that we can still be happy. We can still be us. We can still do what we want to do and just, screw all that outside noise.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting world we live in with the COVID and the decline of mental health around the world, and antidepressants being handed out like candy. So it's tough for a lot of people mentally. So it's good to have some extra places to draw strength from, and music is always one of the go-tos for people.
Yeah, that's what I had when I was younger, right? When I was in a hard times or confusing times or whatever, like I would turn to music and I would find an anthem almost every week. It seemed like I had a new anthem to put to my life. And we just want to continue doing that. We want to carry the torch for musicians and for the fans that, look for a real strong message in the music they listen to.
Awesome. Yeah, the New Zealand fans that are sort of growing here with the recent events and the recent fans that have come on board that are really into your music. How can they best show their support for the band? Obviously, you get people when it comes to your band. It's probably one of the strongest I've heard the call from. So your fans really are backing the band massively. And obviously, anyone that does become a fan, what's the best way to support you guys?
Merch is always the best way, right? Getting a t-shirt or getting, a hat or something like that, buying the album, anything of that nature, really supports the band. Spreading the word. Obviously telling more people to listen to it, but not just saying, hey, listen to our music, but giving them a reason why they should listen to it, why it might be something for them. Streaming it, downloading it, doing whatever you got to do to get the word out there. And just continue doing what everyone else has been doing and just talking about it. I do want to give a shout out to a fan in New Zealand that we see all the time, Lexi. She's always talking about us everywhere. And I believe that she's one of the main reasons that we started getting, a lot of radio attention in New Zealand. It's so awesome to see. It's like the guerrilla tactic, right? Like the street team type tactic. It's so cool to see people just so avid about our music and making sure that other people get tuned in as well.
Yeah, Lexi was key to setting up this interview as well. So she's doing a great job, and there are a lot of other New Zealand fans, I believe, and let there be more and more so that you guys can come over.
Yeah, man.
And so you mentioned earlier release of an album, and you said, oh, maybe you don't control when that comes out. But have you got a new album all ready to go? Have you?
Oh yeah, it's been in the can for, it feels like an eternity now, but it's been in the can since mid 2021. So we're just waiting on our record label to do something.
No worries, that'll happen at the right time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. The momentum is great right now. We've got tons of music that we're sitting on, not purposely, but like you said, between the patience and the timing and the momentum, I think everything's going to work out perfectly for us.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you've one of your other most recent releases was Quarantine Chronicles. You did three parts with a few songs on each, and you covered quite a variety of artists. Steve, there was even Michael Jackson, Beat It, and a few other things on there. So where did the choices for the covers come from?
Well, it all started in 2020 when what happened.
Yeah.
And we just didn't want to be idle. Like we didn't just want to, hunker down and wait. We wanted to continue creating or just doing something musically. So we decided to do like the first one or two covers we picked, and then on YouTube we were just putting the videos out, and we let fans pick by voting in the comment section what they wanted to hear, and we would scroll through the comment section and pick out songs. Or one of them was an Avenged Sevenfold cover. The guy, I think he tweeted or something that our drummer wasn't capable of pulling that off, so we of course had to prove him wrong. So we did that, proved him wrong. And it's funny because that came full circle, because like 2 nights ago he actually came out to see us. And he was like, yeah, I was the one who commented about your drummer couldn't do it. He's like, you got me, you guys got me. So it was just a lot of fun, man. We like to get the fans involved with everything that we're doing, so they're a big part of why we did the Quarantine Chronicles. Started out as something fun, just for YouTube and social media, and it turned into 3 EPs.
Excellent. Cool. And you guys collaborated with some other like pretty notable acts for a title song for a film, The Retaliators. You had Asking Alexandria, Motley Crue, Ice Nine Kills. Did you get to meet and hang out with these guys while the song was being made up, or how did that come together?
No, it was all done remotely. With the exception of most of the Motley Crue members, we know the guys in Asking and Alexandria and Ice Nine Kills really well. We've toured with Ice and did a co-headlining tour with Ice Nine Kills a couple years ago, and Asking Alexandria, we know them through the industry. We've known them for years now. So, but I mean, it was just done. That song was done remotely. The record label asked me to be a part of it, and I was able to record my part and get it to them.
It's a cool song. I really like it. And have you? I haven't seen the movie yet. Have you seen the movie, or do you know what the movie is about?
I actually haven't seen it. We're in it,
Oh,
but
wow.
I haven't seen it. Yeah. It's kind of like I mean, the title really says it all. Retaliators, right? It's kind of a vendetta based movie. From what I understand, the plot is that it's a pastor's daughter gets kidnapped and murdered, and then he seeks revenge.
Cool, cool. You also share a fairly long, a strong link to the Who. They recently came to New Zealand on a tour. Doesn't Danny sing on one of their songs?
Yeah, he Juve Juve You was one of their biggest songs, and he did a feature for a remix of that song.
Oh wow, and they're in that Retaliators film as well, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, pretty much everybody that's on the record label is in that movie.
Oh wow, cool. I think that movie's been quite well received as well, so I'm gonna have to check it out now. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that. Lots of horror fans really love it.
awesome. If you could pass a couple of songs to a music fan who's heard about your band and they were keen to hear sort of some of the best examples of your sound and your message, what songs would you share first? Say 3 songs that you're like, hey, check these out if you want to know what we're all about.
I would probably go with Panic, My Name, and Heartache.
Awesome.
I think those would be the 3 that I would say, hey, these are the songs that really embody our band and our message.
Cool. And I would say you're still fairly young into your career, but you would have already had some career highlights so far. So what would those be?
Ooh, lots of them. We've done
Is
lots
there
of great
anything that really
tours.
stands out when it happened? You're like, oh my God, I'm on top of the world. This is amazing.
Well, I think it's currently happening. I think that, everything before was kind of, we've had accolades, top 10 rock and great charts in the Billboard and all of that stuff is all great. But I think that right now, because we don't really have a new album out, we're in between records, we're on a headline tour that no one was really sure what was going to happen. And organically, it's just taking off and becoming something special. So I think that this is, if I were to speak for everyone in the band, this is the best time of our career. We're absolutely loving every second of seeing what the fans are doing for us.
So you're really enjoying the moment. There's an album in the wings. So I mean, are you future planning as well, or are you guys just enjoying where you're at for now, or what's
I mean, we've got some offers coming in for some tours, and we're looking to do some stuff on our own again, headlining. As we get bigger, the headlining becomes more and more fun. Obviously, the record, we're here in 2023, so that's looking like that's going to happen. and just a lot of the same, just a lot of social media, a lot of TikTok, a lot of fan interaction, and just growing this thing.
Awesome. So obviously you've got a few in New Zealand, or a growing army of New Zealand fans. What message would you have to the New Zealand fans of the band for now, while we're waiting to see you come down under?
I thank you is at the top of the list. We can't do this without the fans. I think there's a lot of bands, as they grow, they forget that the fans are the only reason why that band is growing. Sure, I mean, their music, I mean, you can't grow without good music. I mean, you can have a hit here and there, but you can't continue steady growth over long periods of time without good music. I understand that. But at the same time, your fan base has to love it almost more than you do. So I would just say to the fans in New Zealand, keep doing what you're doing, keep spreading the word. Thank you so much for doing it. And by the time we get there, it'll be huge. We'll be selling out the biggest venues, and it'll be a hell of a time.
Awesome. I'd like to thank you for your time, Matt. I would like to ask if you wouldn't mind doing a little stinger for us, a little sting. So whenever we play From Ashes to New here on metalradio.co.nz, we can have a little introduction. This is Matt from Ashes to New. You're listening to metalradio.co.nz. Would you be able to do something like that for us?
Yeah, what is it? Metal Radio dot what?
.co.nz.
NZ?
It could be NZ, I guess. NZ.
Okay, so metalradio.co.nz.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want me to do that now?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Matt with From Ashes to New, and you're listening to us on metalradio.co.nz.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that, mate. I much appreciate it, and thank you for your time today. I look forward to seeing what the band is doing in the future, and hopefully I get to meet you when you come down to New Zealand.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. As soon as we're there, we'll set something up and we'll hang.
I hope that your day off goes well from the tour, and that you're not too exhausted. And thanks for making the time, mate. Really appreciate it.
We'll get some rest, man. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Take care.
Okay. Catch you later.
We'll see you. Bye.